Hello viewers, welcome to the Editorial Analysis by Drishti IAS. In this section, we regularly take editorials from various newspapers and news portals for a better understanding of various issues happening in India and around the globe. Dear viewers, in this section, we first try to link the editorial with our UPSC syllabus. Then we go analytical in order to understand some key points and at last some important concepts. Dear viewers, we truly hope that you like this initiative taken by Drishti IAS and your feedbacks are important for us. So kindly feel free to give your important feedbacks in the comment section. So without any further delay, let's commence our session.
Dear viewer, this video is available in Hindi as well. If you wish to watch it, please visit our Hindi YouTube channel, Dristhi IAS. For your convenience, the link for this video in Hindi has been provided in the description below.
Today's editorial is taken from The Hindu, published on 16th of February 2021. The title of today's editorial is Death Trap. If we try to link today's editorial with our UPSC syllabus, we can link it with GS Paper 2 and dominantly with a section that includes issues relating to development and management of social sector services relating to health, education and human resources. If we try to summarize today's editorial, we can say that labor reforms and technological advances within the firework industry are necessary. Some key points from today's editorial. Thousands of workers in Tamil Nadu's farmed firework industry remain trapped in unsafe condition despite an unending series of accidents that keep drawing attention to their plight. In the latest accident at a fireworks unit in Viruddhanagar, at least 20 lives have perished while 28 workers are in hospital. Now, viewers, we all know that Tamil Nadu is a hub of the fireworks industry. However, if we speak about the condition, the plight of the workers who are working there, are working in a very pathetic condition, which actually have led to lot many accidents in the past, and the same is in the present scenario as well. If we speak about the latest accident that took place at a firework unit in Viruddhanagar, we saw that 20 laborers, they lost their lives, whereas 28 others are in a very bad state in the hospital. Such tragedies caused predominantly by gross violation of norms governing the hazardous industry and human error in handling explosive substances have occurred with some regularity now. In the last 11 months, 25 lives were lost in major blazes in 3 other firework factories in Viruddhanagar, where 9 lives were lost, Cuddalore, another 9 people lost their life, and Madurai, where 7 people lost their lives. Now, what exactly is the reason? Why exactly such tragedies they occur? The most important reason is that the violation of norms that have been set by the governments is a very common practice in these firework units. Also, at times, human error is one of the basic reasons. Now, when we speak about the human error, it happens because of the inability or the improper knowledge of handling the explosive substances. Now, because of such reason, we have seen that often such accidents are taking place in the firework industry in Tamil Nadu. If we take account of the past 11 months, we have seen that almost 25 people have lost their lives in firework accidents that have taken place. 9 people lost their lives in Viruddhanagar, 9 in Cuddalore, and another 7 in Madurai. Now, it is high time for the government as well as for the industry owners that they have to align themselves according to the law. Also, government needs to be very strict in such issues. Most victims are women, while the dead end up in statistical record. On the ground, there is online short-term action, registration of cases, arrests, identification of causes, token inspection, issuance of warning and safety advisories. Now, if we speak about the victims who have lost their lives, most of them, they are women. Now, if we speak about what actually happens on ground, it happens for a very short period of time. Only when the accident takes place, everything is in a proper pace. Every department realizes, or every department comes and they give several kind of statements that they have done these kind of procurements, they have made these kind of arrangements, yet once the matter is cold, people and these departments, they move on, and repeatedly these things are happening, repeatedly these issues are taking place. The most important thing, the causes, how actually these accidents take place, they are very well documented and they are very well mentioned to the industries as well as the industry owners, that they have to take care of each and everything. They have to follow all the said norms if they want to operate a firework industry. Yet the people are very much complacent about following the law. Unlicensed units that have mushroomed in and outside Shivakasi mostly escape scrutiny till explosion occurs. Now, very common practice that we can see is near the region of Shivakasi. Now, Shivakasi can be called as the firework capital of the country. There are many such industries who do not have proper registration or proper licensing in order to operate a firework industry. Yet they have mushroomed around the area of Shivakasi. Whenever any such accidents happen, only then some or other kind of action is taken over these non-licensed units. Otherwise, they are being operated very frequently and they are facing no trouble in operating their units. Now, this is something where the administration has to come into picture and needs to take very strict actions. The present scenario: a greater concern is the illegal subleasing of contracts for manufacturing crackers by the licensed units. Preliminary investigation into the current tragedy has also revealed subleasing of works to several persons. Now, one very common practice that has been done by the manufacturing units is that what license they have, they do not use that license in order to manufacture the crackers. But what they do is they transfer this order, they give this order to other smaller units in order to make maximum amount of profits. Now, all when this subleasing is done to the other smaller manufacturers, they do not have required documents, they do not have required safety norms, they continue to violate all the required norms. Whenever any such accident takes place, it is most of the time due to the negligence. The very nature of work in a hazardous industry makes subleasing a byword for safety compromise. Now, we have to realize, if you are the one who has been given a license, if you are the one who has showed that the premise where the crackers will be manufactured is very safe and sound, then in such a case you are not supposed to do any kind of subleasing. You cannot directly just give order of manufacturing to some other unit for the sake of profits. No, very strict action is to be required to be taken on such manufacturing units who are involved in the practice of subleasing. It leads to conversion of every shed in a manufacturing unit into a factory in itself, with inflammable chemicals stored all over. Consequently, the limit on workers to be deployed is violated, resulting in crowding in each shed. Now, that's exactly happens. When a smaller unit gets a contract, they have to complete a contract within a due time. So what they will do, they will start hiring more and more number of workers. Now, government has said that in one particular area where the firework industry is being operated, the maximum number of people can be such. However, under the tremendous pressure of work, and especially during various occasions such as festivals, the demand of the firecrackers is very large. So all these manufacturing units owner, what they do is they start overhiring the workers, and later on it happens that the entire shed where the people are working is extremely overcrowded. So in case of an accident, we see the harmful impact of such overcrowding. Supervision of quantum of chemical to be mixed or stored, a lead task to avoid friction, becomes a casualty. Now also we have to see that the chemicals which are being stored there, they are highly inflammable in nature. When so many people are working in that one particular area, it becomes very difficult to actually supervise the chemical regularly. So such practices are to be absolutely closed by the government, absolutely closed by the administration. We just cannot let these things happen time and again. People are really losing their lives, and that's just because profit making, money making. Untrained workers and the piece rate system, which induces people to more units per day, have also caused accidents. Now, majority of the workers who are working in such industrial units, they do not have any kind of experience. Very less experience. They are not trained. They are not at all trained that how they have to work in such an environment. But people are coming for the sake of money, and that actually is leading to accidents. Eyewitness accounts suggest that in the latest accident, a worker, possibly fatigued, had hurriedly emptied semi-finished crackers, triggering an explosion. Now, many people are saying that the recent accident that took place in Virudhnagar, many reports are saying that they saw a worker who seems to be in a hurry, or you can say he was a bit fatigued. So what he did was he emptied the entire semi-finished crackers. The crackers weren't ripe properly, and just because the crackers were semi-finished, it triggered an explosion. Now, had it been an experienced, a learned person with reference to this particular industry would not have committed such a mistake. When the Petroleum and the Explosive Safety Organization offers training for workers, shortage of labor have prompted the industry to hire new recruits with limited skills. Now, there are very few people who have a proper experience in this particular area, in this particular domain. But what about the demand? When the demand is high, the factory owners, the manufacturing units owner, they definitely have to go for any kind of labor which they can find. And they are actually inviting various accidents to happen. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest trouble that we have to understand. The future ahead. The industry continues to be labor intensive. Although a decade ago, Parliament was informed that automation of the hazardous manufacturing process would be undertaken. Periodic inspection at factories, sustained crackdown, and stringent penal action against violators are non-negotiable. If we speak about today's scenario, this industry requires a very careful attention from the labor. It is a highly labor-intensive job. Almost 10 years ago, Parliament was informed that automation of the hazardous process, that means use of machinery, will be installed in such manufacturing units, but nothing substantial has happened. Also, it was told that there would be inspections in the factories, there would be strict action on those who are violating the law, but still we can see the results that nothing positive, nothing substantial has come up. For this, central and state governments must provide the needed manpower for enforcement agencies as the industry has grown manifold. Now, it is the responsibility of the central as well as the state governments that they have to provide required manpower, because the business of the firecracker industry is increasing day by day. A sustained political push for labor reforms and technological innovations within the industry is also essential. After all, there can be no joy during any celebration using firework if those making it lead a life of dangerous uncertainty. Now, it is very important to see that technology is also introduced, because crackers are used during celebrations. Now, we cannot be such inhuman that we are enjoying those crackers, but those who are making such crackers, they are living a very dangerous life. So viewers, this was with today's editorial analysis. A question that can be framed with reference to today's editorial is: discuss how recently passed labor codes can have a transformative impact on labor empowerment in India. Also discuss the challenges associated with the codes. So viewers, I hope you liked today's editorial analysis. Thank you very much.